Hi, it's been a long time. As much as it pains me to say this, I haven't had Wi-Fi in a week, so I haven't been able to upload any cartoons. It's literally not possible. Um, Literally not possible for me to upload cartoons at this time because I haven't had Wi-Fi in a week, and it's literally impossible for me to upload data from my computer, um, such as cartoons or anything like that. Um, so that's just a little update. I have to be quiet. Big news, I'm moving back in with me mom. It's been 3 years living in a gay, faggot-tarded city, and I think I'm moving back ASAP-ish. So that's the big news, that's good news. And so that's big good news, and that's the big good news, good news. And other updates, I've been writing down my dreams every day, kind of, and my ideas, of course, because I can't make cartoons right now. So I have to keep myself occupied somehow. And I've got about 1 trillion ideas and about 2 cartoons that are done, I think, but I cannot upload them at all. So we'll see if I get to upload them soon. You'll see what I'm talking about. So the big news is moving back in with me mom. Into my childhood home, I think. That's big news. That's good news. That's number 1. Number 2, I wanted to talk about Tourettes, if there is such a thing. And number 3, I wanted to talk about how my new religion is that I've been thinking that I am God. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying it out. I'm just experimenting. So lately I've been trying to pray to myself and boost up my own self-ego and my own self-esteem with positive, godly affirmations about me being God and things like that. Just for fun and stuff like that, and stuff like that, whatever. Number 2, Tourette's. Tourette's is characterized as motor tics or vocal tics. Now, I've expanded this to go with, I think you can expand that definition to, I think you can expand the definition of Tourette's from vocal, motor, and thoughts, because that's what a human is, right? Vocal, motor, actions, thoughts, emotions, okay? The Holy Trinity, the triangle. Now we'll use that motor, action, vocal, thoughts, I don't know, and anyways. So, as you guys may have noticed, the words that keep popping into my head every single day is the dead nigger AIDS, DNAIDS for short. It keeps popping into my head lately. I think every few months I have new words that keep popping up into my head over and over into my vocabulary. I'm trying to remember what it was a few months ago on this podcast. I think I couldn't stop thinking about I don't remember. I'd have to watch my podcast from a month or 2 ago to remember what I kept saying over and over and over again in the podcast. Usually it's just a combination of a bunch of curse words and slurs. And the particular slur phrase that's been coming up in my head over and over all day is dead nigger AIDS. So you're probably going to hear me say that in podcasts and cartoons for, I don't know when that's going to change or when that's going to stop. It kind of seems to change every few months into a new phrase that keeps popping up in my head, and then it'll pop up in the cartoons and the podcasts. I think you guys will probably notice that phrase will come up a lot in whatever I'm doing. And I've been doing a lot of manual labor in the sun, and not in the sun and in the shade. A lot of manual labor, and yeah, I don't want to get into too many details, but that's about it. That's pretty much it. So those are the big 3 items on the podcast. Moving back in with me, Mom. Intrusive thoughts / Tourettes. And thinking that I am God and that we're all God. Possibly trapped in a matrix soul trap. I've always been a neutral person. I've heard ways to escape the matrix is complete neutrality. This is like Buddhist enlightenment, okay? No desires, etc. No emotions. Kind of no reactions. No visceral reactions. I hate the matrix. I want to escape right now. That's an angry reaction. That's louche energy. Reactions are louche energy being released from your soul and then feeding on the parasite creatures. Not necessarily evil, just hungry. Like feeding a pig who wants food, and we are the pig food. You wouldn't call the pig evil. It's just a hungry little pig. And those are the creatures that don't even make themselves known. Invisible creatures that have no need to tell us who they are, what they're doing, what they are. Only that this plan it has been designed either for our souls to learn, die, and live on repeat, or for our souls to be raped and energy harvested 24/7. I'm trying to figure out which of those 2 options it is. If it even is one of those 2 options. A lot of people think it could be one of those 2 options. Gnosticism, our souls being raped and harvested 24/7 by reactions, emotions, and mostly just suffering of any kind. Or 2, that this place is some kind of a school where we are being taught how to live. Humans are seeds. As we grow our roots down into hell, our leaves grow up into heavens. You have to have a taste of both worlds to learn, supposedly. What do you think? You think we're supposed to learn by the duality of this world from the Bible, the knowledge of good and evil? Ye are gods, and you become like gods. The Bible telling us in at least 2 verses that we're gods. In Genesis 3:6, ye are to become like, to know good and evil, that ye are gods. And then when Jesus says it to the judges in a mocking sort of way, maybe. But those are at least 2 verses from the Bible I can think of calling us and telling us that we are in fact God. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, is this place a school, or is this place a hungry, hungry hippo soul rape trap for dead nigger hates? I have to be careful. I have to be quiet here. And which one do you guys think it is? Write in the comments. I'll do a poll on YouTube. I'll make a poll. You guys can write what you think this reality is in the poll or in the comments or whatever. And I have a lot of cartoon ideas and video vlog ideas and performance art video ideas, of course, but I cannot do any of them at the moment because no Wi-Fi. I don't know when I'm going to get back to civilized society where I am able to upload cartoons. Hopefully soon. It might be a week. It might be less. Whew. God forbid it, me forbid it won't be more than a week. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens. And of course I want to make cartoons and upload them. And I shouldn't want anything from this world, of course. I don't want to. I have to constantly remind myself I don't want to reincarnate in this place ever again. And a lot of people are going to be tricked by Jesus Christ and these creatures that harvest souls and present themselves as bright fake lights and present themselves as fake ancestors, possibly, and try to coerce people to keep coming back to Earth, if that is in fact what's happening here. Christians and religious people on saviors and messiahs and God figures could easily, and Satan or whatever, can easily get wrapped up in illusions, delusions, hallucinations after death. Your most powerful tool is your imagination after death. What you want to become becomes real because you're not tied down by the physical slavery bondage of the physical body. When you're an astral soul after death, you have a lot more freedoms to move around, and your imagination is unleashed. The dream world becomes real. If you train your dreams and you train your dream world, train your lucid astral body in dreams right now as we're alive, A-L-I-E, a lie. I've noticed that as well. A lie, being alive is a lie, right? It's in the word. A lot of hints that they drop from the Phoenician languages to mock us. I think the Phoenicians came here, raped and murdered the last powerful, good human civilization, and now have taken what they wanted, and I don't know what else, but the Phoenicians came and raped and killed everyone with their technology. If you look at the story of Jonah and the whale, the Phoenician submarines look like giant robotic whales. You'll see a lot of Renaissance paintings of giant robotic whales because the Phoenicians came on ships of giant, beautiful submarine whale ships, robots, and they brought these giant cathedrals. These are ships that were docked. These weren't built in place, possibly. How can you build a foundation such as Venice on such rocky waters and shores? What if you simply brought the entire city by boat and docked it, and that became the country and the city? Giant Phoenician city buildings that they left here after they were done wiping out the last good holy civilization, and now left us with a bunch of freaks and faggots and stuff like that, and niggers and stuff like that. Now, I don't want to dwell on negativity here ever, because fear is the most evil thing that's ever been created, in my opinion. And as far as melanin creatures, if we look at the We Was Kangs movement, I'm talking about the Moor Society. The Moors, from old books, were a black nobility, rich warrior class of people that had beautiful clothes that they are seen in old Renaissance paintings, kings, nobility. So what happened exactly? How did the Moors go from smart creatures to fent addicts with knees on their necks in only a few hundred years? I'm guessing only a small fraction of them stayed, and their DNA was, who knows and who cares, but it's very strange that the more remnants are, a lot of them just play basketball, and that's about it. So how did it go from what you see in the Black Panther movies to fent addicts? I don't know. I really don't know, but who cares? Who cares? And I forgot what I was going to talk about now, but I just have so many questions that need answered about this fake experimental realm. This is one big experiment to me, and lineages are something that interests me as well. If we have people who are Italian, German, they all have accents, languages, histories. I don't see how that's possible, since we all came here, I think, 300 or so years ago. So where did those first settlers, when they got here, how did they all pick up certain accents if they were all new people? The story of Babylon is raping our brain to tell us about how we were all brought here 300 years ago and scattered across the world with different languages to divide us. I think that that's a hint about the newest reset of 300 years ago, when we were all brought here to this snow globe. And another question I have is, I know there's giants, possibly the size of entire continents, But could they really fashion a giant snow globe unless they were, well, really, 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 really big? Or would it be easier to simply 3D model a giant snow globe instead of making it with our physical hands? Although physical material matter is all an illusion anyways, we're basically digital particles, our souls basically, right? Digital energy, ethereal vibrations and waves, and that's it. We're not actually matter. But the idea I'm trying to get across to you right now is, how could you make a giant snow globe that can fit over, I don't know how big the Earth realm is, at least like what's the distance between California to Australia? I think it's like what, 20,000 miles, 50,000. How can you make a 50,000 foot wide circumference snow globe over an entire place? Wouldn't it be easier to just trap all of the souls and creatures in a video game and then 3D model a giant glass dome around the world that you don't even have to build? I could 3D model it in like 1 second, and then boom, all of us are trapped in a video game with a simple 3D model dome over the top of it, which is why you see Mandela effects, aka the game being edited in real time, and glitches in the Matrix. You'll see birds that are frozen in the sky, things like that, when the game is running low on memory, CPU, memory, and data. Why do you think this realm is simply a recycle bin? It has to be. We all have to be unalived every few hundred years so that the memory can be dumped into the recycle bin and then it reset the game. You know what I mean? The realm runs out of memory. So that's why they keep resetting the realm every few hundred years, and everyone has to be unalived, and then they do it again into the recycle bin. You'll notice on your computer desktop the recycle bin has a recycle icon on it. And if you think about the recycle, you can also think about reincarnation, kind of, right? That recycling type of thing. Okay, hey. See you around. See you next video. The next podcast will be queefing ASMR at taco night with my girlfriend and her girlfriends, and we're having tacos tonight. My next video podcast will be queef gassy big 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 wet juicy stupid queef podcast vlog with my girlfriend and my wife and my girlfriends, and at taco night at Jerry Garcia's house, who was the singer of the Grateful Dead. That's a Gex reference, by the way. And they're gonna queef so hard that they're gonna lose eggs. They're gonna lose ovary eggs, and they're going to menstruate the eggs out because of how hard the queef gas came out. Definitely gonna want to stick around for that cartoon and podcast that will be next on this channel. And it's going to be really airy and gassy and really cool. And please don't forget about dead nigger AIDS. Bye bye.